in this episode of the Straight Up R&D Podcast.
You're going to get paid back from our audience.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And I feel like people who watch it don't understand that that's the game. But all the fighting, throwing water and all of this stuff. Not only that, they're giving them alcohol. They smoking, drinking, and they're talking shit. Obviously, somebody's going to get mad. Obviously, you know what I mean? They're going to spew stupid stuff out and direct certain questions to certain people to get a reaction. That is the show. That's the flex, bro.
Yeah.
That's the flex, and people can't see that.
Yo, what's good, y'all?
It's good, everybody.
Welcome to another episode, Straight Up R&D Podcast, coming at y'all with some new, fresh content.
As always.
And you already know what it is. We love the support, but we don't give a fuck about your opinion on this channel. We speak the truth.
That's all.
Our truth.
That's all that matters.
You know what I mean?
We're going to go through the regular schlingo. We're going to give it to you real raw, uncut, straight up, with opinions based on motherfucking facts. And the number one rule on this podcast is we do not give a fuck about your feelings, so you can keep that shit to yourself. All right?
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 43. You know what I'm saying? The year's almost over. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Before we get any further, subscribe. All right?
Yeah, subscribe.
And let's jump right into it. As of late, I don't know about you, but like this whole red pill content, content shit is like getting out of hand.
It's
like,
going too far.
Like I've seen a lot of ridiculous shit on there now. Like,
a whole bunch of nonsense. Like, I want to say, I at least started to pay attention to it a little bit when Kevin Samuels was alive, because I guess he kind of brought it to a lot of young men's attention on what a high value man is, masculinity, what it takes to give a high value man, or also how a man should conduct himself to get with women. And even though his the way he said things were harsh, he was kind of tame, at least in my opinion. He didn't say a whole bunch of ridiculous shit. Maybe he said some shit that was like, I don't agree with. I didn't agree with everything he said. But now these new red pill content creators, they just saying shit that's left field. Like, I think now it's just about I don't know, trying to say a viral moment. Like, I see some, like, Fresh and Fit, man. They just, I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell went wrong with them. I feel like when you're talking about red pill content, it has a shelf life. And I think they're slowly just phasing out. But I'm hearing shit like, if you don't make $100K a year, you're ugly. If you're too short, you're not worthy. Or, like what other shit? There's so much ridiculous,
like stupid stuff. Like if I don't know, just throw something out there like, oh, if you're not paying all of her bills, you're not a leader, or or like it's just ridiculous nonsense. That's just or if she's a single mom and you're with her, you're a simp. Or something stupid like that.
It's just, it's getting out of control. Like, yes, I believe there are some things, like, for instance, I don't even like to use the term high value man much anymore because of how ridiculous shit is getting. But, like, let's just say if you're a guy who's making six figures, tall, whatever. Yes, it's true that there are a lot of women coming at him and you may face some competition if you're interested with him. That's just true. But it could also be the same thing with women. Like, if you see a baddie, she looks good, just know men are in her inbox. Mm-hmm. It's the same on both sides. But when you have some of these content creators who I think just looking for viral moments, just literally disrespecting men and women and want to pull you down because of things you can't even control. Also, like, for instance, I don't like this talk of height. Like, how can somebody control how tall they are? Mm-hmm. and I see other men talking about the size of other men's penises, like, oh, if your penis is this length, you can't get no girl. I'm like, yo, what are we talking about now? Like, I'm like, what are we talking about? Like it's getting kind of ridiculous. And then you follow these content creators, aka Coolio for Straight Fugazi Podcast, and they frauds.
Oh yeah, a lot of them is getting exposed. Like, they talking all of this bullshit and they don't even do what they're saying, or they're not even close to what they're saying to their audience. You know, they don't follow what they're saying.
Because like, how can you even have that type of image? Like, how can you keep that up? And like, remember Myron from Fresh and Fit. He was like, his woman can't be with other men, but he's allowed to be with so many women, and she just gotta deal with it. And I'm like, man, what kind of shit is that, bro? Like, it's just like, if I'm married to a woman, or if I'm, in a serious relationship, I'm not about to just be out here embarrassing her in the streets while she just staying at home and just letting me do whatever I want in the streets, but she's not allowed to do this and that and the third. I'm like, what kind of self-respected woman wouldn't even be with a man like that? Because he could provide all these materialistic things, or because he's rich? Like, I just kind of think the standards is getting a little bit out of hand. Like, I don't even know. This is why people keep saying, like, is it worth getting a relationship anymore? Because these type of people who have platforms, it's making men and women look bad. It's making men and women look bad.
No, I agree with you 100%. Because nowadays, it's like creating this false expectation of what a man is supposed to be like, a woman is supposed to be like. It's like, that's not the reality, And even watching some stuff, I was watching some stuff the other day, and it's like, they're talking about, oh, the man is supposed to pay all the bills. He's supposed to do this. In this economy, nobody can afford, unless you are a millionaire. You're making $300K, $400, $500K. Like, sure, you can pay all the bills and do all of that, but that's what, not even 10% of the whole United States that's making
men
that type
and
of money.
Women combined. It's not a lot of people making $300,000-$400,000.
There's not. So, and those people making $300,000-$400,000 are CEOs or executives.
They're in leadership positions.
Leadership position that's making that type of money. You know what I mean? Not everybody's making that money. So all of these false expectations and standards that are unattainable for the regular person, they need to stop spewing this nonsense out there to making impressionable people think this is the way dating is happening, and this is what I should expect from a woman, or woman should expect from me, because you're never gonna find nobody.
Mm-hmm. It's not even about companionship anymore. It's just like a quid pro quo thing. Like, all right, you pay the bills, I'll stay home, and I don't know what the fuck you gonna stay home and do.
Dude, like, you're gonna sit around and complain all day.
Like, just sit home, complain all day, and then whatever. So it's just like, yo, there are women out there. I saw a clip of, like, she said, look, she doesn't want her man to work so hard because she actually wants to, like, enjoy her man. Like, he has a hobby. He comes home mentally stable. They be able to talk together, spend time together. While other women are coming at her saying, oh, my man is 100% provider. He works all day, but we are happy. And I'm like, is he though? Mm. Is he though? Like, if he has to work all day, come home tired, and wake up, do it all over again to provide in this economy, like, is he truly happy? Like, he's going to do it, but is that what he wants to do when you can, like, maybe help him out a little bit until he can get to a position where he can provide like that without all that type of mental stress? Because people who making like $300,000, $400,000, especially with these white collar jobs, you can be 100% provider, but if you're just working like one regular 9-to-5 job, with these people working from home, Yeah.
To go out and pick up another job after working a regular 9 to 5 and you making 6 figures, that's a lot. That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work, yo. So again, not saying that every man doesn't want to do that, like be a provider in the home, but it's a lot harder than it was back in the days. It's a lot harder than it was back in the days. So that's why some men are like, that's why you have this 50-50 talk. And I guess it depends on where you live too. Again, we talk every day from a New York perspective because I know some people who makes 300, 400,000, but their wives still work because that's just how expensive it is to live out here in New York. You know, so like, you shouldn't discredit a man just because, even though he's working and doing something for himself, but if he can't afford to support the household and he just need a little help from his girlfriend or wife, whatever, how does that not make him a man? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's what this red pill content is telling people, that you're not a man because of this. You're not a man because of that. Bro, me and my girl happy, how the hell are you going to tell me if I'm a man or not?
Yeah, and everybody's relationship situation is different. Not everybody's going to rock around and have the same ideal relationship that these fake red pill content creators is spewing out. Like another thing that I just remembered, those balloon popping shows. Like,
I don't know why men join that show.
I'm like, it's just one of the most ridiculous things. Like, the guy will walk up and they just start popping balloons left and right. I'm like, the man didn't even say anything yet. Like, and then some of them will get stupid reasons. Oh, you know, you two. And it's crazy. Some of the girls will say, "Oh, you know, I need a man that's 6 foot," and dude is like, "I'm 6'2". Like, you're like, "No, you really not. You don't look." He's like, "Yeah." Like, how you gonna tell me like how tall I am? And then the girl, you know, the host is like, "Yeah, he is kind of tall," and she's like, "Yeah, but you know, maybe his outfit too. Like, that's another
just a bunch of dummies."
And it's
bro.
like a lot of dumb stuff. And I'm like, so like, what is the point of the show? Like, you just going based off of what somebody looked like and then automatically judging them off rip. They don't even, some of the dudes on there, like I've watched like maybe 2 or 3 and like, you know, seen maybe shorts of it. Some dudes, you know, they dress fly, you know, they dress nice, and then his outfit, or he's too short, or he's this or he's that, and I'm like, dude didn't even say nothing. You know what I'm saying? And
that's
now
is
that now the expectations of like other women? Now they see a guy, oh yeah, he don't got this, he don't got that. You don't even know, he could be a good guy.
I saw a clip of that show. A guy, they were asking him a question. He's an engineer. Now everybody know, you know, if a guy's an engineer, he's making good money. Woman popped the balloon. They're like, "Oh, why you don't like him?" "Oh, I need a guy who's an entrepreneur, who's about his money. You know what I mean? I don't want a guy who's working 9 to 5. And I'm listening to this. I'm like, do you know how much money this man is probably making? Because he's an engineer. But you're saying he's not about his money and basically he doesn't reach your standard. So there were other people on there like, are you crazy right now? Like, because you hear he working for a company means he can't support himself or support a woman in a relationship? And like this is what I'm saying too, bro. I'm like, yo, these type of shows just put out these unrealistic expectations of what a man
supposed to be, or what he's supposed to have, or what he's supposed to look like. Like, no, that's not how it works.
That's not how it works. And then impression of people, like you were saying, will watch this and like, oh, okay, so this is the type of man I should be looking for. Or a man will watch some nonsense from Fresh and Fit and whatever bullshit show. Oh, this is what I should be looking for in a woman. This is how I should be acting. When you go out in the real world now, you're just looking foolish.
Yeah, you get slapped. The woman will slap you if you talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. And women should start slapping dudes to start talking that nonsense.
Can you imagine if you go up to a woman? Yeah, I'm the man in a relationship.
No, I'm a high value man. I'm an alpha.
I'm gonna be able to sleep around with other women, but you can't sleep around with other men. You just gotta wait till I come home and
cook food
and be in the kitchen type shit, but I'm gonna be out here in these streets. Like, what kind of woman is gonna like take that shit, bro?
Yo, these people need to start being real, yo. And that's the thing. When they get exposed, like the no frugazi dude, like he talk reckless. He be talking reckless. Like I give him points. He can articulate, like if he's trying to say a point, like he'll articulate it well, but 90% of the other stuff he's saying is garbage. It's just freaking stupid.
Straight up nonsense. Like I just don't get it. And these people have huge followings. And I'm like, maybe from the entertainment factor, like because he got exposed. So I'm like, is he just an entertainer? Because he's not practicing what he preach. Maybe he's like, man, I'm just say some ridiculous shit on the internet and see what happens. Like, it's getting out of hand, and I don't know. But
I will say this: there's a difference between like practicing what you preach and then giving advice, because you can learn from your personal experience to give advice to someone else, right? Mm-hmm. And I get that, but the way they're going about it, they're speaking in a sense of this is what they do. Listen to me because I've done it and it's worked for me. When in reality, not to keep pointing out this dude, but he's the latest case, the new Fugazi dude. Like, it's found out this man is with a white woman. She got what, 2-3 kids, something like that. Different baby father, and he's with her now. Have more kids on top of that. So he's taking care of his kids and her kids and her. And it's like the content that you spewing is talking bad about single moms, but yet you cuffed up a single mom.
Exactly.
Like, I don't get it, dude.
If he would have came out and was like, listen, I wifed up a single mom and I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of it. And if you would have just be honest, like, listen, I don't think other men should do it. Even though if you would have just came out and be honest about it, that's a whole different story. Because like you said, it's a difference between practicing what you're preaching and giving advice. If you give advice based off your own personal experiences and then want to, spread wisdom to the rest of the world or whatever, all right, cool. But you cannot just be up here talking like you the ultimate alpha high value male when you ain't got your own shit cleaned up in your own backyard. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And bro, like, this is the internet. I don't understand. These internet motherfuckers, they detectives. They're gonna find the truth out.
They will find it out.
You know what I mean? Especially if you keep spewing this nonsense of people you're gonna offend a lot of people, and they're gonna want to know, like, yo, who is this person and what can I do to fuck up their day?
Mm-hmm. True that.
So be careful what you say, because shit, there are people out there who's going to look for your downfall.
Oh, don't get me started on Twitter, yo. Them dudes is they the number one investor. The FBI, like, they put them to shame.
Nah, for real.
Like, but I think where all of this kind of went downhill, at least from what I've seen, like, ever since Kevin Samuels was out, obviously he had his viral moments. I didn't agree with all of what he was saying, but some of the stuff he said made sense, right?
Some stuff he said made sense.
And there were viral moments where he would, look at you. Like, he would talk to a woman and say, oh, you think you're a 10? You think you're a 9? Like, no, you're not, right? Like, he had a real rigid scale of...
His delivery was harsh, but it's just...
It was
him.
It was his truth. It was his truth. And I give him points for that. But, when you add the... What's his name? The other dude that's like the bald-headed dude. What's his name? Andrew Tate. Uh-huh. When you add Andrew Tate into the mix, and he's all like, I'm a high-value man, and this, that, and the third, and I'm an alpha, and blah, 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 and girls are down here, and this and that, and like, that shit is where I feel the bullshit really got cranked up a lot. You know what I mean? Like, it got cranked up to the max.
I would say with Andrew Tate, like, I wish I would have paid attention to him more when he was really popping on the internet. Because I would see the clips that were like the funny clips and just laugh, but I never like really sat down and viewed his content to see what he was saying word for word. Because I see people like, disrespecting Andrew Tate now. But I'm like, the last video I watched of him though, and maybe just let me know what he was saying for real. Like, he was like, he's Muslim, he's religious now, he doesn't want to live that promiscuous lifestyle. And I was like, okay, this is what this dude is about. But I know he said some bullshit on the internet.
He said a lot of bullshit.
I just can't pinpoint it because I didn't like sit down and watch his content frequently. I just knew at one point he was all over the internet and he was doing all these interviews, and I know eventually he got locked up, went to jail for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. And then I guess I paid attention to him more once post jail, when I guess he turned the page and now he's like religious, and I guess he's a bit more calmed down and tame.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say I sat down and watched all of his stuff, but like I've seen when he came on the Piers Morgan, I'll watch that, or he came on certain podcast shows or certain clips, I would see him, but a lot of the time I'm seeing him is him saying some wild stuff, like, and I'm like, okay, some of the stuff is like, okay, I get it, like you want to be an ambitious dude and you want to attract women and all that, like, yeah, the reality is if you a bum, girls are not going to flock to you, you know what I'm saying? If you look like you're a bum, nobody's going to, females are not going to be attracted to that. They want a man that looks good, seems like he got his head on his shoulders type joint. But for you to run around and try to degrade women and say, or tell other men out of nowhere, if they have a difference of opinion for you, that they're a simp or they're a beta male, they're not an alpha, and like doing all of this craziness, that's where the message kind of gets, muddy, because now it seems like your message is only just for viral moments.
Yeah.
And I get it. This is the internet. You want to become a meme. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a meme. You want to have your 10 seconds of fame and everybody remembers you. But at the same time, it's like now it's starting to get played out. And he got played out. And that's why I think he switched up. Because now he got caught up in all of that shit where he got locked up and this and that. People lying on him.
Yeah, that took him down one time. Him and his brother.
So now he's tamed. He got tamed. He got put in his place. You know what I'm saying? And now these other fresh and fit. I remember way back earlier in our episode, I was like, yo, I don't like them dudes. Mm-hmm. I said this on the channel. I don't like them dudes. The one dude, what's his name? I don't even know. The dark skinned dude.
That's Fresh, I believe.
That's Fresh. Right. Him. I found out when DJ Academics was on the show and all of that stuff. I found out this dude, Fresh, out here with one of those girls that was on the show.
I remember that.
And like she must have cheated on him or something, or just wanted his money, and she ended up being pregnant and all, or some crazy scandal. And I'm like, bro, you on the show seeing all this craziness, but behind closed doors, you doing this opposite of what you're saying.
Yep. This is why I'm like, yo, don't. That's why I'm so skeptical of taking advice from anybody on the internet, because, like, bro, you could just be saying whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the future holds for Fresh and Fit. I know the last clip I saw of them, of somebody coming on the show and, like, saying Fresh holds no value, how Myron runs the show, and that probably, put some tension between them. So I don't know what the future holds for them, but that show is just... It got ridiculous. I remember when I first discovered them, it was entertainment, so I was watching them because they would have a panel of women and the women that they had on that show, I was like, if you want to have a real conversation, you got to upgrade the level of women you invite on that podcast, because they will have like these porn stars
and that was my main thing. You guys they'll go and bring thoughts on the show. They'll bring these OnlyFans stars, and then they'll trash them. And then after the show, the OnlyFans girls will get like 100, 200, 300 more subscribers to their OnlyFans from that show. Like, I understood after watching it, like watching these podcasters bring these OnlyFans, porn stars, all that on the show. I understood the game now. It's a business. They said, look, come on our show. We're gonna make some viral content, and we see that a lot of people who come on the show, guess their Instagram followers skyrocket, their OnlyFans skyrocket, so they get to benefit. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's a business. Give me viral content, you're gonna get paid back from our audience.
Yeah,
that's what it is, and I feel like people who watch it don't understand that that's the game. But all the fighting, throwing water, and all of this stuff. Not only that, they're giving them alcohol. They smoking, drinking, and they're talking shit. Obviously, somebody's gonna get mad. Obviously, you know what I mean. They're gonna spew stupid stuff out and direct certain questions to certain people to get a reaction. That is the show. That's the flex, bro.
Yeah.
That's the flex, and people can't see that.
No, you're definitely right. I just thought about when Academics was on there. Some girl got mad and they started arguing, and obviously they were drunk. I think they were deep in the conversation at that point. So everybody lit, and then a whole bunch of nonsense just broke out. But yeah, man, like I feel like you just gotta. They get away with a lot of stuff they said because the quality of women they have on there, they're not able to like really articulate themselves or, you know.
Get a real 9-to-5 woman on the show and ask her what she's looking for in a man, blah, blah, blah. Get a real 9-to-5 woman that is married. Say how their relationship is going. Get a real 9-to-5 woman that has a boyfriend and talk. And then you can really have an intellectual debate and differences about, okay, what are these expectations of a man or woman, or, you know, is 50-50 work in your relationship? Does it not work in that relationship? You know what I mean? Because I feel now, like, even when I talk to some female friends and I'm telling them, you know, about this 50-50 shit, they will ask me and I give them my response. And they're kind of like, oh, but why would I have to pay? It's like, bro, in this economy, one person cannot uphold the entire household. If you're a regular dude, we're trying to climb up the corporate ladder, why must I throw all of my savings, all of my money to you when, one, we're not married, two, we don't have no kids together, like, three, you can walk away whenever you want. Like, why? Mm-hmm. Where is the commitment? There is no commitment. Why would I commit to somebody who I don't even know? I may really love you and want to be with you. Are we on the same level, affection wise, or like, are we at the same point?
Right.
It's hard to tell sometimes.
I feel like majority of women I had conversations with, and really just like friends that I know, majority of women that I had this conversation with, they understand the 50-50 dynamic and, you know, willing to help the man out until, you know, somebody gets the position, most likely the man, where they're like, all right, I make enough to support the household. Let's rearrange how we do this, how we do things in the house, right? So the 50-50 thing, I really think that's just an online thing. People who just want to come on there and say viral moments, because majority of women understand, like, the economy is hard. It's hard for one person to support the household, so they're willing to get a job and chip in until this man climbs the corporate ladder, until he gets an occupation where he could just pay for everything. And then once he gets that, like, yo, you held me down. Now you don't have to work. Now we could just, you know, start building and focus on our family. And, you know, we'll go from there. That's how it really is, though. That's how it really is. And I think, you know, in our age group, everybody's looking for the quick fix or looking for now, where a relationship is a journey. That's a journey together, man. Like, I was listening to a couple who celebrated their 30th anniversary the other day, and this guy started his own business. And she was with him when that shit wasn't even nothing. You know, like when he had to take out loans, she was working. And eventually he got his business up and running. He was able to buy them a house, raise a family, and she became a stay-at-home mom eventually. But in the earlier years, like, they were both hustling. They were both with each other. But eventually his business got booming a couple years later. And, you know, he was like, you know, I got us now. Like, you can focus on other things. Like now we could raise our family. They had 2 kids. So it's like, what's really important to you? Companionship or somebody?
Being selfish.
Yeah.
That's basically it. That's what it sounds like on these shows. It just sounds like people are being selfish. Like I want this, provide. That's all I hear. Provide. Like, what are you, a helpless child? Like, children need to be provided for, not a grown ass adult need to be provided for. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that's the shit that gets me pissed off. It's like, you keep saying you want to provide, so what? You want to sit around all day, eat food, and watch Netflix and wait for me to get home? Is that? And we don't have no kids? That's what you want? You're not doing nothing all day, but eating my food, running up the light bill, running up everything, the heat, the gas, the water, everything, and expect me to come home, work 2 jobs so you can be happy? Get out of here. Like, y'all need to be realistic and stop with this nonsense. All of this is reminding me of basically the election. How they had you thinking that Kamala Harris was going to win and all this hype and all this blah, blah, blah. But when it turns out and the day came, America showed up and voted differently. The media was wrong. Everybody else was wrong. And it showed. That's not how people were thinking. That's not how people were living. Okay? And I think the same relation can go into this relationship red pill nonsense that's going on. Like, they're saying all of this stuff, and it's making people think and feel like, oh, man, that's actually how it is out here. And it's not like that.
It's not like that at all. Like, we have to start living in reality and knowing what it takes to be in a long surviving relationship. And, the thing with a lot of women, at least the one on the internet, don't understand. When you get with a man, right, he's naturally, a good man. I'm not going to say all men. There are some men out there who just really ain't good. But when you get with a good man, he's naturally going to want to work hard to make sure that the family is good. Or, he's going to always put himself last because he's like, man, I got to make sure my wife is good, my family's good. He's going to work towards that goal anyway to provide. You don't really have to say anything to him.
Yeah.
You don't have to come and be like, oh, before I go on this date, I need you to pay all my bills. I need you to provide. Like, if you just get in a relationship with a good man, he's going to naturally do those things without it even being said. So, like, all of this unrealistic expectation or all this hateful banter towards men, it just got to stop.
On both sides. On both sides.
On both sides, yeah. And the men saying that, oh, my woman got to... Bro, I don't even know what the fuck y'all niggas be talking about, Stan.
That's $1, bro.
Yeah,
give me a dime right there. Dime too, bro.
Like, cause the men really be saying some nonsense. I'm like, bro, like, what you should look for in a woman is somebody who's gonna be with you through the journey, who's gonna hold you down if needed. Not saying you should look for a woman to hold you down, but like, if need, life happens. If needed.
It's a partnership. Like, y'all going through this together, bro.
Through this together, and you should be looking for companionship, and
even the Dr. Umars and the I know. Have you heard of the Smart Guy? Smart Guy.
Disney Channel show?
Huh?
That Disney Channel?
No. That's a guy. His name is Smart Guy. He goes like Smart Guy, but he's kind of like a Dr. Umar, but he's like a hood version.
Oh God.
He's like a hood version.
He's you see out there on the block.
Nah, he's got like he has some good points, but again, certain things he says is too extreme. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And look, I agree with Dr. Umar on some things, but not everything. And even him be wilding out with some of the stuff that he be saying.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And he from what I understand, this man is not even married.
Yeah.
From what I understand,
baby mom.
You know what I'm saying? And you running around talking about black this, that. Where is your queen? You know what I mean? Where is she at? Why you have no kids?
He like he need two. I'm like, bro, 2 wives is. No, I'm not saying that's really far away because in certain cultures that's acceptable.
Yeah.
That's fine, but it's just like you're just gonna wait around your days until you just get 2 women At one time, it's like, bro, go settle down somewhere. Like, your mission will be a lot further of what you're trying to accomplish if you settle down with a woman. And, I like Dr. Umar. But it's just
trolling him. Where the school at?
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not even saying that. It's just like I've learned as I gotten older, bro. Like a lot of people who I see are successful, they're all married, and they say that their wives play a big role in their success because just think from this standpoint too. Like when you're single, right? Single men. They're going to look at multiple women because they're single. You know what I mean? They might talk to this girl here, talk to that girl there, and becomes a distraction after a while from what you want to do because you're just, courting so many different women. But when you just have one woman and you just focus 100% on her, it keeps you focused. And you don't got to run around seeing Sally on Saturday and Samantha on Sunday. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, those women actually play a key role in your life and help you become successful. So when I hear like people like Fresh and Fit saying they sleep around with so many women, I'm just like, you do have success. I'm not going to say that they don't have some level of success, but think about how much further you can be if you wasn't talking all this nonsense. Who knows that you even really doing that for real? Like, to be honest with you, like.
And that's another thing. Like, I feel a lot of these dudes say they sleep around with all these women. They have all this stuff, all this money and all this nonsense. And then behind closed doors, they just throwing money at women just for them to be around them. Like, they fiending for groupies to be around them. You know what I'm saying?
It gives me like you were unpopular in high school. And then you get up now, you get older, you get some money, now you're just acting out like a little child or something.
Like a revenge tour.
Yeah, like a revenge tour. That's what it kind of reminds me of. It's like it was made fun of for whatever reason. Nobody liked you. Now you just out here wilding out.
Because you got money.
And without the money, would these women even really rock with you? You know what I'm saying? They're literally up there.
And not even that. Until the woman knows that he got money, then they're going to be rocking with you. So you could have just been quiet and not tell nobody you got money. Then nobody would have been rocking with you anyway. Like, you wouldn't be where you at, like having groupies run after you. But it's about time. 2025, like all of that nonsense got to get cut out. You know what I mean?
I feel like it would. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it would. I feel like it's happening a little bit now, but I don't know. Who knows?
But I will say, there is like a major spike in like these panels that's talking about these nonsense and what a relationship is supposed to be, and the one that they have is the right one, and the one that's supposed to, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's situation is different. Yeah. Everybody has a different partner that, hey, that man may agree to just do whatever it was. He may agree to just paying all the damn bills. This woman may agree just to be a stay-at-home mom. This couple may agree to be 50-50. Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah, I don't really want to get in the business of saying what your relationship should look like to be successful, or what you should be doing as a man or woman. That's between you and your partner. Like, whatever works for y'all works for y'all.
Yeah, whatever that man is willing to do, he let him do it.
There's no one size fits all, especially when it comes to relationships. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, you focus on your household, I'm gonna focus on mine, and that's that for real. Like,
that's really it. But they really want to take this ish to the next level, and I'm just about done hearing a lot of that type of nonsense. But moving on. So there's been like some real big allegations on Jay-Z and his accusation of being with a minor. We can't say certain words on the internet, but I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably heard about it already. Jay-Z came out with a statement saying that it's false, and
that was quick too.
Yeah, and what really stood out was that out of all the other stuff that be going on, he don't say nothing. But
doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
But this, he said something.
At first, I thought it was fake. I was like, nah, Jay-Z ain't saying nothing. But no, he did.
Yeah, he released a statement in a long paragraph on X, and I'm like, for this man to come out and say something, that means I think it might be true.
But I mean, like, the allegation is crazy though,
bro.
The allegation.
I think it might be true because this man literally doesn't say anything. Like, it's gotta. He would say something on a track, on a beat, before he come out with a public statement and list a bunch of subliminals and all of this nonsense to beat around the bush without being direct. But for this, he came out swiftly with a response. So I think it's true.
He had to though, bro, because it's like, I'm looking at it from this standpoint. He has a wife, as everybody know, Beyonce. I feel like they have 2 kids, maybe 3. But his firstborn, she's old enough to know what's going on now. Like, she's like 12, 13. So, like, she knows what the allegations are saying.
Hey, regardless, they grew up, they're going to find out anyway.
But I'm just saying, like, when it's happening in real time, she probably looking at her father different, like, whoa, you did what? So I feel like he had to come out and say something. Especially being attached to Diddy.
Bro.
Diddy out here locked up and still getting charged with stuff. Like, he's like, damn, it's something else now, bro. Just finishing in jail.
Like, bro, we have to hold you in jail a little longer now. Like, but nah, even you brought up the kid situation. Jay was messing around with Beyonce when she was like 16, 17 years old.
Yeah, their age gap.
He was
crazy.
28. Bro, she was 16 or 17, and he was 28, and he was messing around with her.
Yeah.
And look, I was saying this in the beginning. I know, watch our Diddy video. Y'all know the Straight Up R&D Podcast. I've been keeping it real 100, real raw, uncut with y'all. I said this before. I was like, yo, Jay-Z is next. I said this on the fucking podcast. Jay-Z is next. Good. Give it what, 4 months ago from that episode? I said that shit. And look where we are now. And I'm telling you, Dame Dash is gonna get caught up in this shit too. Because back then, Dame Dash was running around with Jay-Z and they were doing all of that stuff. Aaliyah was madly young too.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers was older, bro. You can't. Diddy was in the picture. I'm like, if you friends with Diddy, there's no way you're gonna tell me you weren't involved in none of that. You didn't know. You turned a blind eye. You was messing around with them as well. You was doing the nonsense as well. Own up to it now. It's not only you're not gonna tell me only Diddy did that. You're not gonna tell me that.
I did say that because of Diddy going down, we're gonna see a lot more people being charged. We're going to see a lot more names coming out. Bro, this is just only the beginning. And, even online, people were saying, Jay-Z is next, and then wondering what's going to happen with him. And he was quiet for a while. But now, this may just be the beginning of some charges against him. I don't think this is criminal. I think this is a civil suit. But either way, it still looks bad. Because you got to understand, Jay name hasn't been involved in really a lot of things over the years. Like, he's just been looked at.
Because Jay is smart. He shuts a lot of that stuff down before it can get big.
Before it gets big.
And certain nonsense that people spew out and he doesn't respond to just shows, then if he's not giving it any attention, that means it was not true.
Yeah, and Jay is loved in the hip-hop community and culture because he gives back a lot. He gives people opportunities, and I know he has a lot of sponsorships and stuff. So like, I feel like maybe when things started to rise in the past, nobody really gave that much attention to it, and Jay just took care of it before it blew up. So for something like this to come out, it hurts. It doesn't matter if it's a civil suit or a criminal charge. Like, this is just like, not everybody, innocent or not, people raising their eyebrows and like, yo, what the hell you was involved in back in the day with Diddy? Like, what was going on at these parties, bro? Like, what's really going on?
To be honest, let's say Diddy didn't get locked up. Let's say nobody pulled up on Diddy or accused him of anything, right? And then all of a sudden somebody came out and said that about Jay. You think he's going to be this big on the news? No. You think he would have ever said that statement?
Yeah,
no.
You're right.
But because Diddy got caught up and got caught.
His name is attached to it.
And his name is attached to it. Now it's like, okay, now we can start saying these stuff and people are going to believe us now. Or at least give it attention. Right? And now he's in a spot where it's like, damn, now I'm guilty by association with this dude.
Yeah.
People coming out and saying stuff against me. Him and I was homeboys, whatever, making music, whatever, partying, doing this and that, toasting and all of this stuff. Yeah, your name is going to get pulled in. Yeah, now you got to start saying shit.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Even 50 be saying shit about Jay-Z. Even 50, the only real rapper out of this whole industry is 50 Cent.
And that's my favorite rapper. Keep it real.
My favorite rapper, 100%, all the time. All the time. Mm-hmm. Timeless music. He's like the Michael Jackson of rap, bro. Like,
bro, I still bump 50 religiously.
You can play 50 anywhere, bro. Like, it's no bad, there's no bad scenario that you can't play a 50 song. Like, 50 is just 50, bro. This man does it all. Acting, movies, books, TV shows, music, finding talent. Like, I see why 50 was moving the way he was moving.
Yeah.
And he the only real one, dog. Not even Snoop Dogg is on his level, bro.
Nah. Snoop Dogg and quiet, too. Snoop Dogg doing his thing. He like, man, I ain't associating myself with none of them rappers. Snoop and 50 stay out the way.
Snoop actually got accused of snitching, which I think he was a snitch.
Oh, he did. I did remember that.
Bro, 50 is the only real nigga out. Damn. 50 is the only real one out there, bro.
Only real one out there. Literally.
Literally the only real one. Rick Ross, no. Meek Mill, no. Like, come on.
Yeah,
think about it.
Yeah, Meek Mill was caught up in the Diddy stuff, too. I don't even know what a progress with that is. Like, but everybody look at Meek so different now. Bro, it's hard to look at Meek and be like, damn, bro. Like,
even Drake getting pulled down now.
Yo, Diddy exposing like, the industry.
Come on, bro.
Diddy is exposed.
Kendrick Lamar exposed Drake.
Yeah.
So, like, let's be real.
But I'm not even surprised, too, because I'm like, look, man. As much as we heard about the music industry and, like, you know, not even music, the entertainment industry and just like how demonic it is. Do you remember Drake and Josh? How Drake came out and said like how he was being, assaulted and taken advantage of by the owners of like Nickelodeon or like the owners of the TV show, whatever. And like the entertainment industry is just nasty in itself. So I'm not surprised there was some nonsense going on in the music industry. You know what I mean? Like, I just wish it was nipped in the butt a lot earlier because Diddy did a whole lot of vile shit throughout the years. It's coming up now, but it's just like, damn. If somebody would have, I don't know if somebody said something. I don't know. I just wish it would have taken care early because now it's a whole path of people that was just violated, and all these rappers in here in the mix now. Y'all gonna get exposed. Bro, 2025, you're gonna see a whole list of names going down. Whoever was associated with Diddy. Mace, not Mace. Is it Mace? I think it's Mace. He does a show with Cameron.
Yeah.
He was like, when the Diddy stuff first come out, he like, man, you see why I disassociated myself with him? he foresaw all of this stuff. So some people weren't smart. He like, nah, I ain't down with that. I'm gone. Bad boy for life, nothing. He was gone. Some people stuck it out with Diddy because he had the money.
Look at Shine.
Yeah.
Sean got locked up, came back on the straight and narrow, became some politician now. And it's like, look, some people had the sense and they saw where it was heading. It may not have affected them. It may not had repercussions immediately at the time, but in the long run, it's catching up to them now.
Catching up to them now. And I know Jay is like, damn, bro, I was with this man all throughout these years. Now I'm caught up. And I know, like, when he saw Diddy go down, I know his heart sunk. His heart was beating 24/7.
His heart sunk way before Diddy got locked up. Diddy was probably talk to him and be like, yo, like, I got the feds on my back, you know what I'm saying? And
erase those emails.
Erase some videos I sent you, you know what I mean? I got all the hard drives in the garbage, into this incinerator. Like, it's getting ridiculous, and it kind of all started with R. Kelly.
Oh yeah.
Think about it. From the moment he got jumped, well, before R. Kelly was the Bill Cosby, right? Bill Cosby situation that happened, and there was a silent period, maybe 2-3 years. Then boom, R. Kelly. Then boom, Diddy and the pastor now, him too.
They even trying to get Chris Brown, but I don't really see him going nowhere because I was scrolling on what's streaming service. I think it was HBO Max, and they had like a Chris Brown documentary about him doing something with women in the past. So I'm like, oh, they're trying to take him down too, but I don't really see that getting any traction now because I think people just knew Chris Brown was on some shit back in the day. So maybe stuff I haven't watched it, but maybe stuff that's being said is stuff that people already knew. But a lot of people are getting exposed, bro. A lot of people are getting exposed. And maybe the Chris Brown stuff is not picking up because Diddy is such a huge topic. And so it's like, that's just kind of like getting swept under the rug right now. Because I saw it, but nobody's talking about it. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think Chris Brown went through the ringer already when he had the whole Rihanna situation. And I think I heard like some little rumblings or something, but then nothing came out of it. But I don't think he's going to get caught up in all of that stuff. I don't think so.
Nah, he's not. He just did a stream with Cassinet.
Yeah.
Like, so he's fine.
Jay-Z need to go on the stream with Kai Cenat and recover his reputation.
Bro.
Yo, Kai Cenat saving a lot of people's lives, yo. He's saving a lot. But I don't even want to twist the conversation, but Kodak. Did you see him on Kai's stream?
Yeah, he looked drugged out.
Dude. Freaking shame.
He looked drugged out, goofy. Damn. It's Kodak, man. Like, it's... Damn. These type of people you don't look at as role models. You could bump their music in the club or whatever, and that's really the only association you should have with these people. Oh, the song is cool, but as far as their lifestyle, and just leave them alone. Because that was just straight embarrassment, and I'm just like, bro, like, I just don't understand how some people get rich and they just become more and more foolish. Bro, you got money.
Become dumber, yo. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, literally just become dumber. I mean, how many times he's been locked up since his rap career blew? I was just like, yeah, simple Kodak stuff. Like, nothing surprised me.
Yeah. Didn't want to stray too far away, but that just kind of popped in my head. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what Jay-Z does. His next moves are going to be with this accusation. Diddy's on the fire, but I heard...
Man locked up. Man more on the fire. Like,
there was some situation where he might have been able to get released or some...
I know, they denied his bail like twice.
Yeah, I think something had happened. I don't remember. This actually was news early last month, that there was some sort of technicality that could grant him bail. But... I don't know where that stands today, but
he gonna be doing some time, yo.
Hey, stop idolizing these celebrities. All right,
we said that before.
Stop running around thinking because they got money, they this, they self-made, they this, they that. Look, you can like the music, you can like the product, but sometimes you can't live and die by the person because you don't know them.
You don't know the
You're
person.
not in their lives. You don't know them. They're not your friends. They don't know you. They only know money when it comes to you. They just want your money. That's it. They live in a facade. You don't know them. All right? Because I'm sure if half y'all knew them like that and seen the shenanigans that they were doing, you'd probably be like, damn, I can't rock with them like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's going to be interesting to see how that all unfolds.
Yeah, 2025 is going to cover a lot. I don't know what else to really come for this, but I just know we're going to see a lot more celebrities being exposed.
And Straight Up R&D Podcast is going to be here to talk about it. So.
Yeah, and rightfully so. If you done something wrong, like, you deserve to go to jail. Like, my stance is, like, if Jay-Z actually did this, he should be locked up.
Oh, without a doubt.
13-year-old girl, like, he should be locked up if he actually did this.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. No excuses, no nothing.
But like I said, like, I don't think it's criminal charges. So I don't think any criminal charges pressed on him. So he'll just have to live with this accusation and probably have to pay something. But, like, I don't know. I don't know, like, how this will affect them. Unless some other stuff come out. Like, I don't know.
Hey, the floodgates are open on them. That's all I gotta say. So next point. You're mentioning this dude named Tank on black people being called gay or like some sort of phobia behind that. Like, expand on that. Like, what really is happening right now, and like what is this all about? I don't understand this man, and
I honestly don't understand it, but. Basically, Tank was saying that black people have a phobia of being called gay. It's within our culture. And kind of like discrediting black men is basically in so many words that they shouldn't get offended. Like, why are they being offended being called gay? And I just couldn't wrap my head around it. I'm like, why is this aimed at black men? Like, what straight man wants to be called gay? And, like, why is that a phobia? It's, no disrespect to the gay community, but if black men don't want to be called gay because they're not gay, I'm not understanding what's really going on here. Like, so, and I think we're just getting too far with this woke stuff, bro. Like, we're getting too far with it because now you want to tear down the whole community of what they should choose to accept or not. Why do they have to accept that? Mm-hmm. If you go down the street and call a straight man gay, is he not supposed to react and correct himself? Especially if you call a straight man gay that's in a relationship. That could do a lot of harm to him because now his girl could be like, oh, you gay, and all type of accusations can be placed on him because somebody called. It's just like, what are we getting at here? You know what I mean? So yeah, bro, that was really it.
Yeah, no, I think because I was gonna say, even with like transgenders, they don't like to be called out of their wrong pronouns, and you see them always correct the person on the spot. You guys see it. I'm not making this up. You check the internet, whatever. You see people get corrected, right? Same thing. If somebody doesn't want to be called gay, then and they're not gay, then don't call them that. Simple. There's no. It's like there's no like debate about it. Like, that's not what you are. Then don't call them that.
Yeah, and I just think he has to get through his head. There are just some people who just not accepting that lifestyle because of their religion, of how they were raised. Like, it is what it is. Not everybody's going to like accept that lifestyle. And I think even people part of that community understand that. It's like, look, there's some people for us and some people are not. Shoot, Even as a black man, there's some people who like me, some people who don't. Like, who cares?
Who cares?
I'll go about my goddamn business. Like,
it's like you're not affecting my paper or my mental well-being. Like, I go about my day.
Yeah, so it's like now you want to go on an interview, condemn Black America because they have a problem with being called gay and said we have a phobia towards gay people. It's like, what's the phobia? Like, what? I don't really know a man that really gives a damn if somebody's gay or not. Like, go about your business, bro. Like, what is he really trying to get at?
Yeah, I don't get it. And a good example would be like somebody calling a rapper a snitch. No rapper wants to be called a snitch. Look at Gunna. People calling him a snitch. You think he likes that? You think he's like, oh yeah, I'm a snitch? Like he's gonna deny it. He doesn't want to be called that. You know what I'm saying? Even though I think he is.
Yeah,
he is. Tekashi, he is a snitch. Clear as day. He embraced it. So that's him. Like, come on, yo. There's like this whole gay word is not being. There's no phobia tied behind it. All right, so whoever this guy was, I don't know this dude. You know, he sounds like a real clown, but
I feel like he's an old school singer.
Yeah, Tank is his name. Apparently, this dude's a clown. If he wants to come on the show and elaborate what he's talking about, by all means, you're invited. Come on the show, come on the stream, whatever. But whatever you were saying was some straight up BS and nonsense. So. Listen, if you don't want to be called a certain thing, you tell the person that's not what you don't want to be called that and move on, or you ignore it and move on. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Yeah. And just, I don't think we have to group. You have to just single out black men. I feel like white men, Asian men feel the same way. It's just.
Yeah. And what's with this? Singling out black men on everything, like
I don't know, bro. Like that's
like we're a target for every damn thing that's negative.
Yeah, we gotta dig deeper in that on another episode. But it's just
it's
blame the black man. Want it out? Blame the black man.
Yeah. Oh man, I guess we gotta talk about this on another episode too. The whole the dude that choked the black dude out on the train.
Oh
yeah. He got a not guilty verdict, but we'll definitely talk about that another time. That I got a lot to say because BLM was out there talking some nonsense, but we'll get onto that on another episode. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think about all of these topics: the Red Pill, Jay-Z case, and this dude Tank talking about phobias or whatever about black people. It's just ridiculous what's going on the internet these days. But anyway, comment, subscribe. Check us out on Spotify, and stay tuned for the shorts. Shorts is doing well. Keep it up. And I'm Rich signing out.
D signing out.
See you guys in the next one. Deuces.
Later, y'all.